Good morning, children. Today we are doing natural vegetation and wildlife. Topics covered in the chapter are definition of natural vegetation, general characteristics of natural vegetation and wildlife, the major vegetation types of the world, natural vegetation of the world, and natural vegetation of India. Today, in this module, we will do definition of natural vegetation and general characteristics of natural vegetation and wildlife. Let's start with the definition of natural vegetation. So the first thing is, what is vegetation? We all know it is an assemblage of the plant kingdom. It is general term without specific reference to botanical or geographic characteristics. Natural vegetation, it refers to a plant community which has grown naturally without human aid and has been left undisturbed for a long time. There is a huge diversity in vegetation. Diversity means of different kinds or variety of. This diversity is basically due to relief and climate. Relief means which type of landform or physiographic division it is. For example, whether it is plain or plateau or mountain. Relief features are further divided as land and soil. Land affect the natural vegetation directly or indirectly. The nature of land influences the type of vegetation. For example, plain is generally devoted to agriculture. The undulating and rough terrains are areas where grasslands and woodlands develop. The soil also vary over space. Different type of soils provide basis for different types of vegetation. For example, the sandy soils of the desert support cactus and thorny bushes, while wet, marshy, deltic soil supports mangrove and deltic vegetation. Two main influential factors of climate are temperature and precipitation. The character and extent of vegetation are mainly determined by temperature along with humidity in the air, precipitation and soil. The growth of vegetation depends primarily on temperature and moisture. The major vegetation types of the world are grouped as forests, grasslands, scrubs, and tundra. Forests. In area of heavy rainfall, huge trees may thrive. The forests are thus associated with areas having abundant water supply. Grasslands. As the amount of moisture decreases, the size of trees and their density reduces. In the regions of moderate rainfall, short stunted trees and grasses grow, forming the grasslands of the world. Scrubs. In dry areas of low rainfall, thorny shrubs and scrubs grow. In such areas, plants have deep roots and leaves have thorny and waxy surface to reduce loss of moisture by transpiration. Tundra. Tundra vegetation of cold polar regions comprise of mosses and lichens. Forests are broadly classified as evergreen and deciduous depending on when they shade their leaves. Evergreen forests do not shade their leaves simultaneously in any season of the year. Deciduous forests shade their leaves in a particular season to conserve loss of moisture through transpiration. These forests are further classified as tropical or temperate based on their location in different latitude. For example, if an evergreen forest is located in the tropical region, it is called the tropical evergreen forest. And if an evergreen forest is located in the temperate region, then it is called as the temperate evergreen forest. Wildlife. Wildlife includes animals, birds, insects, as well as the aquatic life form. Listen, all of us are knowing about wildlife. One thing what I want to bring to your notice is this, that each forest type forms a habitat for a specific community of animals that are adapted to living in it. I am repeating, Each forest type forms a habitat for a specific community of animal. For example, uh, dense vegetation, like dense forests, are not having hoofed animal. Hoofed animal, you understand, no? Animals having horn on their head. They get entangled in the dense vegetation and caught by carnivorous animal. Let's understand with some more example. Like desert regions form the habitat for the animal which are able to survive in high temperature and do not need as much water as the other animals. For example, camel, scorpion, snake, rat, many other. No? Camel is able to survive without water for many days. Scorpion, snake, rat, these reptiles they used to live in a hole, no, which help them to survive, in the scorching sun. Animals that live along the shoreline, have you ever cared? They need to have strong bodies and protection against the wave. That is why animals found there have cells to cover their body. For example, tortoise, crocodile, etc. Likewise, animals found in the cold region have thick skin and long hairy growth which protect them from cold. For example, yak. Animals, big or small, all are integral to maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. Forests are our wealth. Plants give shelter to the animals and together they maintain the ecosystem. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay blessed, listen to your parents, and do the given homework.